Hi, this is Tom from WMT. Today I've got a short tutorial for guitarists who are in the early stages of their playing. I'll be sharing some advice to help you improve your chord changes, and I've got some exercises for you to do to help you become more fluent when you're playing songs. Stay tuned. For guitarists in the early stages of playing, one of the most problematic things that will hold them back is changing from one chord to another in a song. I'll find that my students, they've gone away and learned where to put the fingers for the chords they need, but then tend to stall because the changes are not as fluent as they need to be. Something I find often in these cases is the guitarist will do this type of thing. I call this chord building rather than chord changing. They'll do this for one chord, then they'll do it for the next chord, and the same for the next chord, and the one after that, in a kind of slow motion change. When you're first learning a chord, this might be an acceptable thing to do, but when you're moving on to playing songs, this will definitely hold you back. More than likely, you'll find yourself losing your place in the song and getting way behind. When I ask people why they do this in this way, the reasons I'm usually given for this slow motion change will usually be that they're trying to avoid the chord sounding bad, or that they can't move their fingers fast enough all at once for the change. So my advice is not to aim for a perfect sound. Changing in slow motion like this will not make your chord shapes any better or make your changes any quicker. You'll simply get better at putting your fingers down one at a time. This is the wrong thing you want to be getting better at when you're playing chords, and will more than likely become a bad habit for you if it's not corrected. Songs change chords frequently, and you might have several chord changes in just a few seconds of music, so this slow motion change won't be effective at all because you'll get behind in a very short time. Instead, a better thing to do from as early as possible is to get used to moving all the fingers at once and get the general shape of the chord. Then strum and just go with it. This might not give you the best sound to start with, but the only way for you to improve speed on your changes is to practice the changes at a faster rate. You can practice your chord changes doing this without strumming the guitar too. Once you've got into the habit of changing the shape of the chord and not playing in slow motion, we need to make sure we're playing them in time. The next piece of advice I'd like to give is to use a metronome regularly. You can find plenty of metronome apps for your smartphone or tablet for free, or there are plenty of physical, digital and analog metronomes you can buy fairly cheaply. If you don't have a metronome yet, I'll put a section at the end of this video with a metronome sound so you can practice the following exercises, and I'll put a link in the video description so if you want to, you can jump straight to that. I'll set a metronome going at 50 beats per minute, and for the purpose of this video I'll use only 3 chords, G, C and D major, but you can play these exercises with any chords that you're working on. The first exercise I'll suggest is to play a sequence of chords, strumming only on beat 1 of each bar. Make sure you're counting the beats in between if you need to. Remember that it's the general shape of the chord that's important. Try to hold the chord on as long as possible before you change to the next one, and move all your fingers at the same time. After a while of doing this, the best step forward will be to increase the frequency of the chord strum. Now we'll strum on beat 1 and 3 of a bar. By increasing this frequency of the strum, this is going to cut down the available time you've got to change. So, if by any chance you slipped into a bad habit during the previous exercise by taking too long on the change, this will highlight it for you. Then we can increase the number of strums we do in the bar again. Now let's strum on every beat of the bar. This step will again cut down your available time to change chords, so forcing you to play faster changes, which to start with might not sound perfect. These are the steps I advise you to take right from the start, right from when you're getting your fingers around your first chords. When you're learning a chord, you're not only learning where to put your fingers to be able to play it, you also need to learn how you can use it in a song or a piece of music. To do that, you'll need to practice changing quicker, and this is where focusing on the general shape will be helpful. To begin with, you might not get the best sounding chords. It might sound something like this. But this isn't a problem. It's part of the process. You'll get used to quicker shape changes, and over time this will improve. The most important thing to do is to get into good habits of changing shape rather than building a shape slowly. If you work through these exercises for a while and find you're outgrowing them, you could increase your metronome speed and repeat them all at a faster tempo. Or you could work on the same chords that you're doing now and change your strumming pattern. But however you practice them, remember to do these exercises regularly to get the benefit from doing them. I hope this video has been helpful and will get you playing your chords in a better way. If you liked this video and want to see more from me, remember to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell to find out as soon as I upload new videos. Give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed to the channel so far and contributed with your comments and discussion. Your support will help the channel to grow in the future. Thanks for watching, see you next time.